good as it gets.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Coach Thomas here from Above the Six Basketball. Today we got some technical drills. We're going to be looking at some ball handling, and all the concepts and ideas and everything that I'm going to present to you here with the ball handling drills comes primarily from Coach Phil Handy of the Los Angeles Lakers. I had an opportunity to run into Coach Handy when I was working, I do work for the Toronto Raptors part-time, and he was here as a trainer during our championship run. In fact, he was a trainer for the Cleveland Cavaliers when they won their championships, with us when they won a championship, and with the Los Angeles Lakers when they won their championship, and he's still with the Lakers. Coach Andy's an incredible trainer, and so I put my faith in the experts. Check him out on 94 Feet a Game on Instagram. He's got a great app. That's where I get a lot of these drills from, but he also does a great job of explaining the concepts here. So you're going to hear us talking a lot about a wide base and dropping our center of gravity and keeping our balance and our feet under us, and all that comes from Coach Handy, and a lot of the combinations you're going to see here as well. So this is my drill prep team. These are primarily 14 and 15-year-old girls demonstrating the drills here. And but again, any combinations you can kind of put together. And but more importantly is really the idea that we're going to keep a wide base and keep our feet under us. So let's go take a look. Here we see Sienna demonstrating the ball handling technique. You'll notice she is low in a sitting position with a wide base. Her feet are not moving as she's doing the in-betweens, keeping her center of gravity and her balance. That allows her to move into a shot really easily, or to move into a drive, reading the defender. You'll see here she does a little double move. And now we are in a freeze frame. So from this position here, she can go into a hezzy move, where she can then cross the person up. She can speed drive right past them, or as I asked her to do, is hop into a shot. So here we're going to get into some team drills, and these are some different combinations of some ball handling moves coming from Coach Handy. Some of them are his, some we just changed the order and did some different things. But basically we want the girls here to focus on staying low at the dribble and staying in their stance. That's one of the things we've noticed them coming out. So I've asked them to go a little slower, not really game speed with the movements, in order to focus on staying low and getting those chop steps. So here we're starting off with the first move, just doing in-betweens, as we call them, or people call them between the legs. But you'll see we're keeping a wide base. So this is the first stage in our loading. You see some of the girls are still hunched over a little bit, so that's why we're going slower and focusing on keeping our back straight and our eyes up. Next one here is a double in-between, double cross. So they get to work both legs. Again, keep focus on that stance, being low. We want to see these chop steps. We sell it to them that if you do chop steps, then you're going to get more dribbles in each time up and down the floor. And this one here, we're adding a little shift to it. So this is our 1-2-1 dribble. So they go an in-between and then sort of a half in-between on the shift. And then we're going to use this as a first part of our load to add a little double move in. So you can see here again, just getting that shift, 1-2-1, get the shift, and also a little bit of a change of pace with the basketball. We try and keep a rhythm of a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, or a 1-2-1. So now we're going to add to the shift, this is the change, the overhand dribble, going back the other way. So again, we're setting it up. We like this, a little bit of a hezzy. So again, you can read the defender and decide, do you want to keep going that direction or change direction with the overhand? So again, just loading it up. We start with those in-betweens, double in-betweens, crosses, just any combination really, and then just building in the shifts and the change of directions. This one here is a double back front with an overhand dribble, just a little setup move. Again, reading the defender. If they shift one way, I can change direction on them. We add a little shift there, a shift to the outside, and then an overhand. Back changing direction. So we really want to get that shift, make that defender move, and then hit him with that overhand dribble. But again, if they don't really commit, then you can blow by them. Right there, you see the shift and then the overhand coming back. This one here is a double back front, in between behind, with an overhand dribble to change direction. So we really like the overhand dribble to change direction. It works well when you use a hezzy. So again, trying to really focus on sitting position, change of pace, change of direction. The ball is a change of pace, change of direction while we're getting the defender to sit on their heels. This is just an in-between behind with a cross in front, double cross in front. This one here, you see it's a double back front. And then an in-between, so an in-between behind. So again, just any combinations you can kind of throw together here. Double back front, double cross. So there you have it, just a little intro to our ball handling techniques that we utilize here in practice and our training. You heard us talking about all the different kinds of moves, the cross. We also do the in-out dribble. We didn't show that one in this video, but the back front, the in-between behind, the overhand dribbles. So once the girls get used to the terminology, we can throw any combination together. We can even do it in games where, we're watching and a player comes down and we'll say to them, hey, try a double in between, or a 1-2-1 with an overhand on this defender, or just seeing something in their feet. We think you can beat them with that. So that becomes very useful with the terminology. And then on the next video, we'll show you how we load it. And basically what we do is we add defenders and we ask the defenders to do certain things. So for example, on the shift, we want the defenders to bite on the shift. And then maybe the next sequence will be, don't bite on the shift and stay put. So we're just allowing the offensive players then to be able to read and see what it looks like when the defender does bite and when they don't bite. It's really important for them to be able to recognize that. We ask them to see it in the game, but do we actually present it to them in training where they can recognize what it looks like? We can often see sometimes like, hey, that defender's, locking their left foot or whatever it is. We shouldn't have to be able to communicate that from the sidelines. They should be able to recognize that, but you have to be able to see it first and experience it. So that's kind of how we'll load it next. Hope you enjoyed it. And again, do check out Coach Handy's stuff. It's fantastic. I've seen an incredible improvement in our teams after implementing his techniques a few years ago, and then in my own kids. During the pandemic, we ran Coach Handy's drills and workouts, and the improvement was incredible. So do check it out. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Again, love to hear your comments and see how things work out for you. If you have any questions, again, please contact us. Happy to help out. Cheers.